So one of the optional objectives you can go after in Lies of P is solving these things called Cryptic Vessels. Pretty easy. You find one of these things, you bring it to Vanini, he opens it up, shows you a picture, and suddenly there's a little puzzle to solve. And of course, you do get quite a few pretty cool outfits as well as items for solving all of these things, but at the same time, you actually get to find out the backstory behind one little nefarious, yeah, nefarious is the right word here, treasure hunter who you may or may not have encountered throughout your journeys. You've definitely encountered him. And of course, solving all these cryptic vessels will get you the Veteran Explorer achievement or a trophy, so that never hurts as well. What's up guys, this is going to be a guide for solving all of the cryptic vessels in Lies of P, and of course all of the solutions to the puzzles that are contained within the cryptic vessels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to find all of the cryptic vessels, 6 of them in total, and of course how to solve said puzzles and what exactly you need to do to get those sweet items. Okay, so the first one you're going to encounter is the crafted cryptic vessel, which can be found in St. Frangelico Cathedral Chapel. Now, if you're just playing through the game, this one is probably the most obvious because when you get kind of close to the top of the tower, you'll have the option to knock over this flame brazier thing. If you do so, it's going to drop a bunch of the fire onto this liquid, which is going to make it all dissolve, and then you're going to see a nice little pathway downstairs, upon which you'll find the cryptic vessel just hidden in a treasure chest. Now take the vessel right back to Vanini, and he's going to decode it, showing you a picture of the puppet that you kind of saw hung up right before you went and saved Geppetto against that one donkey kid. So what you're going to want to do is go to the Kratz City Hall Stargazer, and then just backtrack a little bit to that bridge area, and then toss a gear or something throwable just at the puppet once you can lock onto it. It'll drop a note explaining that there's some stuff stored away inside this house with a little bit of a picture of where that house exactly is, and now you just got to track that thing down. Now you're going to teleport to the house on Elysian Boulevard, and then just walk outside, and before you get into any of those enemy puppets, you're going to see the house just there on the right with a little bit of a light outside the door. Just head inside and grab all the goods, which will reward you with a quartz and the Owl Doctor's Hunting apparel. Then next up, we've got the Jewled Cryptic Vessel, which can be found in the Estella Opera House. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to jump down from the swinging chandelier area and then explore basically the whole right side of this opera house. Follow the path that I'm kind of showing you in this video right now, and eventually you're going to get to this wooden room. While it might be obvious, you just go down the ladder and then cool, you open up a cool, nice little shortcut. Instead of just immediately going down the ladder, spin around and you're going to see a little ladder to an elevated platform. You go up there, you're going to find the treasure chest, and boom, cryptic vessel right there. When you take it back to Vanini to decode, he's going to give you back a picture of Hotel Krat, close to where one of the phone booth stands was just at the kind of beginning of the game. Now, it is worth mentioning that I'm pretty sure this works before and after the earthquake when actual Krat gets kind of destroyed by all those pillars. But bottom line is you need to teleport back to Sarasani Alley and backtrack to around where you first meet the puppet that taught you how to do the Red Fury attacks that you can't block unless you perfect to block them. Now walk out to this overlook to see a very familiar scene, and well, obviously if the earthquake happened, there might be a little bit, it might look a little bit different here, but what you're gonna need to do is use the check ground gesture, and you're gonna find the spoils, a Legion Caliber and the Atoned Hunting's apparel. The Atoned Hunting apparel, wow, I fucked that up. Moving right along to the old cryptic vessel, once you're at the Barren Swamp Bridge Stargazer, talk to our little Alidoro in training, Hugo, and he'll give you the cryptic vessel after you talk to him a couple of times and he tells you about how he's a big fan of Alidoro. Now take this to Vanini and he's going to give you a picture of somewhere on the path of the pilgrim. So what you're going to have to do is travel back to that Stargazer, and assuming you've opened up all the shortcuts, you can just follow exactly where I'm going right now, which is going to lead you to this strange man who hanging out by this fire who definitely wasn't here before. He'll tell you that he's like over it or something like that, and he's going to give you a key which is just used for the shed just by the entrance of where you walked in there. When you open the shack door, you're going to see a treasure chest, but be careful, the floor will collapse just in front of it. So if you do go down there, you do have to fight a couple of corpses, and then you hear the guy be, haha, I got another one in there, but obviously you're a very powerful puppet who can kill everything, so you're going to be fine. But of course, you can also sidestep the trap if you want, where he's gonna be like, what? I thought that it should always work. Why didn't it work this time? But regardless, you get to open up the chest, which you're going to be finding the Legion Caliber and the Life Amulet for your troubles. All right, number 4 is the Rusty Cryptic Vessel, which can be found post-earthquake, in I think about chapter 9, at the Collapsed Street Stargazer. Once you teleport here, go through the building, past all the alchemist dudes, drop down instead of scaling the side of the building, like that rooftop area, and you're gonna find a treasure chest here with the special Krat supply box, which then you need to take back to Polendina at the hotel. When you open it, you can now buy the rusty Cryptic Vessel from the shop for 1,000 ergo, capitalism always wins, and upon inspection, Vanini will give you a picture that shows the gate right beside Hugo, so just teleport back to the Barren Swamp Bridge Stargazer and head into the cave. Now, I'm not going to show everything here, but you do get some cool lore about Medoro and how he learned about how the alchemists knew about the petrification disease was caused by the ergo exposure, and essentially gives the whole backstory about how he tried to expose that the alchemists were evil this entire time, but it's a little bit too late, because then the Puppet Frenzy happened, and then Medoro sealed himself away into these catacomby areas. Also too, you find out he was friends with Alidoro, Vanini, and Sophia, and of course, sadly, well, he kind of turned into one of the monsters of the petrification disease. If you do fight him at the very end, where he's that big monstrous thing, that you do get a record off of his body, but at the very end, you can open up the little casket or whatever, the vault thing? Yeah, it's a vault, giving you quartz and the Black Cat's hunting apparel. Okay, spicy one now, Alidoro's Cryptic Vessel. Basically, you need to defeat the Black Rabbit Brotherhood for the second time, and Alidoro is just going to be found past the arena. Of course, if you made it this far, then you kind of know that, well, he was the one who betrayed the hotel and told the Black Rabbit Brotherhood exactly where everyone was hiding out, so you get the option of talking to him why he actually betrayed the hotel. Depending on how much you've done with Eugenie as well as Alidoro, you can also find out that he actually isn't the real Alidoro, but was his previous assistant Parrot. Now, the real Alidoro was this guy who was like, damn, the alchemists are evil, I helped them, this feels really bad, also Eugenie is my sister, I gotta make up for it, and then thus he became the mantle of like the wolf, and he was like a folk hero, all that type of stuff. His assistant Parrot, not as nice, he just kind of stole some stuff and was like, haha, I'm gonna sell this, make some money, life is great, and so Alidoro kind of got rid of him. But when Alidoro died, Parrot stole his identity as well as his own Cryptic Vessel. So when given the option, just attack Alidoro here, and he's one hit, one kill, he's gonna drop the Cryptic Vessel for you. Also too, don't worry, if you are concerned about not being able to buy any of those special amulets or weapons, Hugo will take up the mantle after this fake Alidoro dies, so don't worry about that at all. Now with this Cryptic Vessel, head back to Vanini and he's gonna open it, but instead of giving you a picture, he actually gets a letter which is addressed to Eugenie. Now you can take this letter back to Eugenie and then you can choose whether or not you want to tell the truth or a lie. If you tell her the truth, obviously she's gonna find out that Alidoro was in fact her brother, and on top of that too, you know, the fake was not a real one. Or if you lie to her and just tell her that he was a talented treasure hunter, she's going to that just kind of ends things there for her, and she's gonna be like, dang, that's it, huh? I thought there was a little bit more. Regardless, depending on what you choose here, you're either given the Far East Princess record for lying, or Proposal Flower World Part 1 for telling her the truth. And last but not least, the mechanical Cryptic Vessel, which can be found by the Ark Abbey Broken Rift and is on top of the part of the area where a giant puppet might come out and fight a bunch of these like petrification disease corpses. If you just run past them, you might have to fight a couple of enemies here, but you can find a treasure chest just following my path in this video right now, and there's going to be the mechanical Cryptic Vessel just inside of this chest. Take that thing to Vanini and he's going to show you a picture, which is actually a merchant outside of the abandoned apartment Stargazer. And you're also going to notice on this picture is a certain weapon there, which is actually the Frozen Feast, which you need to have equipped and can be purchased from Alidoro or Hugo with the Reborn Champion's Ergo, which obviously is achieved by defeating Champion Victor. Now from the abandoned apartment Stargazer, go forwards across the other side of the street and then follow the path to some stairs where the merchant is just going to be kind of hanging out there. Make sure you've got Frozen Feast equipped. Talk to him, show him the weapon, and then he's going to give you a quartz as well as the Red Fox's apparel, and there you go. You've done it. You solved all 6 Cryptic Vessels. You've got all of those Cryptic Vessels solved, you got all the items out of it, and on top of that too, you get the Veteran Explorer achievement or trophy while getting a little bit of lore. I think it is actually really cool that it does wrap up Alidoro's story, but in the middle of it too, you get to find out what happened to Medoro, as well as a little bit more background behind this, well, I'm gonna call them the Illuminati, who were aware of the alchemists' actions kind of leading up to the Puppet Frenzy and Crop. Now, if you did like this video and it did help you out, please leave a like or subscribe. Also too, leaving some sort of comment, maybe like an emoji, just letting me know that it was helpful, because that always helps with the algorithm and stuff like that. I greatly appreciate it. Seriously, that would help, especially too, because I'm going to be making a bunch more Lies of P guide videos, because I've recorded a lot of things. Also too, because I recorded a lot of things, I created a spreadsheet to make sure that I was all organized by chapters. The links for that is actually in the comments just down below. Comments? No, not the comments. It's in the description here. And basically it's going to tell you every single lie opportunity, Cryptic Vessel, telephone, anything really you need to do in a completionist's run laid out by chapter so that way you don't miss a beat. It was super helpful for me, so just wanted to share that resource with all of you guys, just in case you can use that yourself. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next Lies of P video. Bye-bye!